It may be the first day of the new summer, but hopefully it's the first day of the new era at Rangers as they've released 5 players. Is it the 5 we wanted? Let's talk about it, let's discuss it, and let's get stuck straight in to this list. As Rangers put out a tweet, now I actually think they were a wee bit disrespectful to John McLaughlin, which we'll get into in a short wee time, but they can confirm the departures of Borna Barisic, Ryan Jack, John Lundstram, John McLaughlin, Kamar Roofe, following the expiries of their contract. So yeah, the El Generico, everyone at Rangers thanks the departing players for their time at the club and wish them the very best in the future. So you all know that. So each player got like their own wee sayonara video, goodbye video, like shows you them first joining their first interview, and then like a few wee moments over the years. So Barisic got his first, right? Then you got Ryan Jack doing his. Then you got John Lundstram. Then you got Kamar Roofe, and they didn't bother their arse giving John McLaughlin his own thing, which I don't get. John McLaughlin played 46 games for Rangers, right, with 29 clean sheets. That's a pretty good record. And considering how like Barisic and especially Lundstram and Roofe and like Roofe and Jack just not being available, right? Kamar Roofe, right, and him injured. Barisic and Lundstram just shot the bed, especially Lundstram in the second half of this season. Why do these guys get like this whole video package and John McLaughlin gets nothing? I don't know. I think it's weird. I think John McLaughlin warrants something. I mean, John McLaughlin still won things at this football club. I don't know why we're trying to almost rewrite history here and just throw John McLaughlin completely under the bus. But anyway, we've got 5 players to talk about, and we may as well start with John McLaughlin. So yeah, 46 games played for Rangers, 29 clean sheets. I think that's actually a pretty decent record. He was never really number one. Did he have opportunities in there as the number one? Yes, but he never locked it down. And of course, we know that Celtic game where his arse kind of collapsed and it went a wee bit haywire, didn't it? Exactly, big man. But of course, in 2020, June 55 season, that's when he joined us. So the guy has a few trophies to his name. Absolutely not an insane amount of appearances in there for John McLaughlin. But again, I don't think it's right just to completely throw John McLaughlin under the bus and not give him this whole package. But is what it is. Obviously, Leon Balogun got re-signed, so there's no real need to mention him. But as for John McLaughlin, he came in and did a job. I'd probably rate his time at Rangers as like a 5 out of 10. That's just me. That is just me. Up next, we've got Ryan Jack, right? Ryan Jack obviously joined in 2017. He's been here. He's one of the longest servants at the club. Not anymore. Injuries have plagued the guy. Of course, from Aberdeen, he made the move, and he's never really Aberdeen fans never really liked him. But he's played 131 games, 12 goals. I believe that's just league games. I think if you actually go through and add them all up, it would be 209 appearances for Rangers, 16 goals. Again, Ryan Jack, some good moments, Scottish Cup final, all that good stuff. But again, it's just injuries hampered the guy. He's a Rangers man, but I don't know. Good. I think Matt will go for more than they 5 together. Well, that would make sense considering they went for free, wouldn't it? But that's another thing. Like, when do you see a football club, right, literally get rid of so many players year in, year out on frees? You should be making a bit of profit in these guys, but we're not. Nowhere near making a profit. As for Ryan Jack, had to let him go. Obviously, Ryan Jack, Rangers man, fond enough memories of the guy, but we're not a charity case. I'm not going to shed tears for the guy leaving the football club. I've seen a lot of cringy ass posts all over Facebook, TikTok, etc., etc. Anyway, Borna Barisic, let's talk for him now. Scored against us for Rosa Jack. Gerard went, I want him. Now, see Borna Barisic the first couple of seasons, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I'll say right up to title 55 and then some good performances in Europe the next season as well. Barisic was a good servant for us, right? But the last 2 years have been shite. Not enough trophies. He's been a part of that. He should have been sold. Seeing Roma came in for 11 million, that should have been completely agreed, and he should have been at the club at the end of the day. We might make a profit on Lammers. I hope we will. I'll miss seeing Borna at church, gentleman. We'll see. Borna might be a gentleman in real life, right? But most days have to judge him, not what he does in church. We have to judge him on that pitch. And the past 2 years have been diabolical, man. He should have gone 2 years ago. Like, even in the European run, like in the league, he was getting absolutely rinsed by Ange's Celtic. But yeah, he should have left years ago. We should have made something on the guy. We didn't. How's it going, Stevie? Thanks for the shout in the Kyogo and O'Reilly fit. It was a nice surprise, mate. No worries, big man. But yeah, back to Barisic. Again, like there was a point where him and Tav at the peak of their powers were brilliant. They were for Rangers, but that's the bygone era. That's like 3 years ago. You have to live and forget at the end of the day. And yeah, he scored some, got some great assists for us, got some great goals as well, free kick goals that you'll remember. But at the end of the day, for Borna Barisic, he's outstayed his welcome, just like pretty much every other player that's left is on a free. So yeah, so all in all, let's see how many appearances he's made for Rangers. Let's see here. 236 appearances for Rangers. So that's quite a lot of appearances, of course. But yeah, I mean, he definitely peaked. You remember the 2020-21 season where I think Tav was injured against Royal Antwerp. He was taking all the penalties. He had good moments. Borna Barisic, you can't take away the good moments, but the reality is moments don't equal a shit ton of trophies at the end of the day, and it doesn't go that way. So it's good that Borna Barisic for me is away. He was probably number one enemy before John Lundstram went on the absolute shitest run of shite runs that I've ever seen this season. Getting sent off against Celtic, just costing us games, playing pish. So yeah, Borna Barisic has got John Lundstram to thank for that. So we've got 2 more players to talk about. Don't even want to talk about one of them. Hell, I don't really want to talk about any of these guys, if I'm being honest. But let's see here. I used to rate Barisic. Yep, I would have kept Ryan Jack. Yeah, but he's not more fit. The Rangers away top, 70 quid. That's setting people's back. Bygone days of yesteryear. Do we keep or sell Hadji? I would keep Hadji. Well, depends how much money you can make on him, right? I think with Hadji, I think there is half a future with Hadji, but again, if we sold him, I'm not going to cry about it. Some people want to sell him, but you know what? We'll put it up for a poll. We'll put it up for a poll. Should we sell Hadji? Boom. Right, how many players do you think will come in the club this summer, and how are we going to pay for them all? Well, we need to make the quota. There's a lot of Scottish players that have left and probably will leave. John Mclaughlin's left. He's one that he filled that gap. Ryan Jack as well. I mean, we're looking at Scott Wright potentially going, among other players. We need to kind of replace them just for Europe. So, there's going to be a lot being brought on. 5 players out, more to come, but you'll need 3 windows. I would keep him for half a season. Hopefully, he does bits. I was talking about Hadji, fair enough. Surely Clement needs to take a look at Hadji. Yeah. And that's the only good thing, because it's a new manager. I mean, I'm not saying if we kept Yanis Hadji, right, we'd have been so much better off this season. But it would have been good to see what Hadji could have done this season for us. At the end of the day, I think he's too good to loan it, especially when the guy can play on the right, he can play in the middle. That could have been crucial to us. Hadji's dad said that Hadji should stay at Rangers and he wants to a few months ago. Hadji's better than Lawrence. Absolutely. Definitely sell Scott Wright. Yes. Who would I keep and sell? Right. Before I get into who I would keep and sell, let's talk about John Lundstram. He gave us moments. The goal against Dortmund, the goal against Leipzig. You can't really take that away. But it's been more bad than good. If that won us the Europa League, it wouldn't really matter how many league titles he went on to bottle. Well, probably would have, but you could have at least said, well, you know what? Yeah, he dropped off. He cost us this game against Celtic, but he was fundamental in that Europa League run, and his goals led us to that trophy, but we didn't win it. All right, that's the difference. If we won it, he has that in the bank. Again, great goals against Dortmund and Leipzig, but didn't amount to shit because we didn't win. So yeah, he had to go. It frees up a lot of wages. It's weird that Clement just decided to persist with a guy that wasn't going to be here next season. So yeah, I'm glad he's not. To me, this is great news. And I guess we move on. Clement gave Hadji his debut at Genk. Well, there you go. I don't think Hadji has a future under Clement. If you look, we brought in Hefty, and we also looking at Chilean boy as well, whereas Hadji fitting in there. Yeah, but Hefty's a left back. Hadji's not playing left back, is he? It's been great. Too many players only showed up in Europe and couldn't be arsed with Scottish football. That could be it, couldn't it? Right, let's talk about the last man on this list, which is Kemar Roofe. There's a lot of guys out there that have arse-licked Kemar Roofe, and you know what? Did he have a great 55 season with barely any injuries and he kept fit? Absolutely. But see, since then, it's been a shower of shite. People hanging on to the fact that, he was crucial in our Europa League run. No, he wasn't. He scored one goal against Braga right in extra time. That's not, no, I'm sorry. If the guy was actually fit, we probably would have went on and won that. But no, he can't stay fit. He's made it a fucking Weetabix. And I think Kemar Roofe is actually quite a lot to blame for that Europa League run. The guy is made out of fucking Weetabix, man. It's pathetic. And this season, you see him come on. We need somebody to come off the bench and deliver. And he comes on, he just half-arse jogs about, looking gassed. Look at just running about like he's on Mars or something. He's got no oxygen. I don't know what. Horrendous from Kemar Roofe. And I'm not going to be sad that the guy's away. I'm glad he's away. Waste of fucking wages. We're not a hospital. And we'd be a shitey hospital at that, because all we do is re-injure people and drag injuries out. But yeah, hopefully, he can go join the NHS if he wants, Kemar Roofe, but I'm glad he's away. I don't know why Kemar Roofe gets like preferential treatment that he's something that he's not. The guy is fucking leached office for years just due to his injuries. And Ryan Jack's kind of the same, but I would say Ryan Jack, when he's actually playing for us, is doing more than Kemar Roofe. So again, I'm not going to, it would be different, right, if Kemar Roofe had won he had 5 seasons where he won 13 trophies in that time or something, and then 2 seasons at the end, the injuries killed him. That'd be different, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about 1 season where he was good. Kemar, chocolate teapot Roofe, just collapsing. Goldson cost us Europe. Yeah, Goldson did cost us, but you know what? Kemar Roofe not being able to be fucking fit and costing us has cost us over the years because he's not been able to play. It's just no good enough. Have Rangers had their Weetabix? I don't know. Bob the Builder need it for rebuild. 100% we are not a hospital. Want me to sub you a tenner so you can pay the face painter? Yeah, I'll make that work. I'll pay the face painter. Give him a wee tagger. Look. Just in my opinion, Tav and Goldson need to go next. Yes. But see, that's a good thing, right? 1st of June, the summer's here, and there's progress in a way, because we've actually got rid of a lot. I thought Lundstram was staying. I thought he might have gave Mclaughlin, and I've nothing really against Mclaughlin, to be honest. Because a third choice goalie's not crippling our team. And it's not crippling my depression now. Neither are we a charity handing out cash for players not playing games. Exactly, David. Oh, Aaron Larg there. Getting stuck in. So, David Glenn, the holy goalie. David, if the Glenn, the face painter, was owed 35 quid, not a tenner. Well, here, if he wants to send 35 quid so I can pay the face painter, then he can go ahead. I'll make sure that happens. Brown envelopes and all that good stuff. Are we ever going to address our injury problems? Something is clearly wrong in our training process. Looks that way. It does look that way. But what I would say, I don't understand why Rangers are. But they posted all the wee farewell videos back to back, and John McLaughlin hasn't got one. And I'm not going to pretend the guy's a legend, but I think McLaughlin's going to be leaving this club with a lot a lot more fondly than some of the other four. That is for sure. But Barisic here for 6 years, Roofe here for 3, Lundstram here for wait, how long? Lundstram's been here. Wait, how many? Lundstram's been here for 3. Roofe's been here for 4, and Jack's 7, Mclaughlin 4. So all decent. But then when people, unless you only sign like a 1 or 2 year deal, like I mean, you will be here at the club for a decent amount of time. Rufus cost Rangers over £1 million in wages for cameo appearances. So you'll be glad to see the back of them. I will be. They're all muscle injuries. Must be too much intensity training when players are coming back. Must be. Don't know what's going on. Daniel Candeas. So he's in the recommended. But also, what about Cortez, everybody? Because it looks like Cortez isn't joining Rangers anymore. Don't know why. He stayed with us for 3 months to rehab an injury, and now it's going absolutely out the window. Not good, because apparently that the 4 million stumbling block is there, but everyone knew we were going to have to pay 4 million for Cortez, so I don't really understand that. Lundstram should have been fired, preferably by cannon into the sea. Keep Tav, move him up the park. He came to Rangers as a right mid, and he basically just plays the role of right centre mid, just not on paper. Give Cortez a loan. I had a weird dream. Big Vladimir came back. I seen a post about him yesterday saying about for like 10 years everyone wanted. I remember watching the Euros, 2016? Everyone's like, oh, he should come back. And that's 8 years ago. That's 8 freaking years ago at the end of the day. But I mean, what are the final thoughts here? What about Yanis Hadji? 21 votes, 43% saying yes, 57% saying no. So more people think we should actually keep Hadji. I think we should keep Hadji. Happy we're moving players on. Time to get quality in. Absolutely. 46 people in the chat. But will we get quality in? I think there's a few more to go. Connor Goldson's trending. But let's see. No. He's always trending. But there's nothing happening. Hopefully Tav, Goldson, Davies, Scott Wright up next, as someone's saying. I think that would have to happen. And then also Selmatondo, Dessers, Lammers, and Hadji. There's a lot of players that Rangers need to fucking get rid of. Cortez would have been a bit of a risk. Looked good when he came in at first. He was fit. How often was he fit? We are not a hospital. Yeah. But see, that's the problem with Cortez. It's like, has he come in? Has he come in and just got a freak injury, or is he injury? I don't even know his history. But again, there's a lot of players that come in at Rangers with no injuries, and they soon get injury prone. Goldson's legs have gone. Get him away to Turkey or Saudi. Talk about Goldson's legs have got. Taverniers have went. They're done. James Tavernier, like, say you are about Goldson, right? And Goldson's pish. I want him at the club as well, but James Tavernier's legs are done, man. He does not run anymore. He jogs. It was almost like he was carrying injury in that cup final, because I couldn't believe how fucking poor he was off the ball. He is poor off the ball, no reality, but Jesus Christ, man. Absolutely shower of shite. Keep Matondo, dad some drive to the midfield. No, I'd get rid of Matondo. Matondo is shite. Did you see the story that Gerrard wants to take Jota out on loan from next season? Well, he can take Jota if he wants, but again, it doesn't really affect Rangers at the end of the day. But when it stops Jota going back to Celtic somehow, doesn't it? That was never really ever going to happen, to be fair. What about Tavernier and Goldson? The silence of those two fuds is deafening. No word about those two getting them out. Nope, there's been no word. I think that's probably going to drag on. I think that's going to drag on for quite a bit. Don't you? I mean, it's all one thing hearing that, oh, Steven Gerrard wants Rangers reunion with Tavernier and Goldson. The only reason that's going to go ahead if he actually wants just to give us money for 2 duds. But is that going to happen? Who knows? But yeah, I mean, we're looking at probably about what, near 100 grand a week, over 100 grand a week from the players that were released today, which I think is crucial. There's also more interest about the Rangers in Ben Johnston. I'm not too sure about that. There's several sources, including West Ham insider, at ex West Ham United employee. He says the Rangers are in for him. See if any of those two show up for next year, Steve. We are finished as those two are. Yep, they are both finished. I thought he was coming in. Well, hopefully he does give Rangers some of that Saudi cash, but I'm not holding it for it. Are we buying Shankland or no? Well, here, I want Lawrence Shankland, but is it going to happen? I'm not too sure. Again, I thought it was happening in January, and as each passing day went on, it got less likely, and then it did. I mean, there wasn't even a bid. Was there even a sniffy interest for Rangers? There wasn't, man. Why not put a bid in, test the waters, see what Hearts want? No, I mean, get us something to be fucking excited for. But no, sitting here like fuds. I think if we were buying Shankland, it would have been done by now. Voice break. I'm not too sure. I know. I understand your point, right? I would fucking rather it be done right now, but again, no guarantee. Who would want Tab and Goldson? Are they going to be watching mistakes highlight before they consider buying them? True. I think it's the Saudis. They like their wee FIFA cards. Tab's got all of them. They're living in fucking cuckoo land over there. Tab's a Hall of Famer. Yeah, Tavernier is a fanny. Don't know how he's made it in to the Hall of Fame. Right, we're going to go to this half an hour mark and then we're going to end it. So, yeah, I'm glad these three are away. There was a lot of memes last night waiting to 12 o'clock about these three being gone, and thank goodness, or at least 5, sorry, being gone. Brilliant. Need it to be done. Need it to be done. And I don't know how this went this way. Someone's put on Twitter, could have left as heroes with a treble, instead leave with a bitter taste in a League Cup. When Celtic were knocked out, most will have decent careers, but with the pressure off, they will never reach the highs they nearly achieved. In Scotland, nearly isn't enough. That's pretty much. I think that's a tweet most days can agree with. They could have though. As poor as some of these players have been, right? You see if they got this league title over the line, right, and they could have left with a treble as well, they'd be leaving so much more fondly. What you could argue is, though, if Rangers actually won a treble, would they have got rid of these players? You could see them all getting re-signed, honestly. And that's mental. He scored, yeah, it's ifs and buts. It's pathetic. I can't be arsed dealing with ifs and buts, but it is what it is. John, he scored 1,000,000 plus penalties, to be fair. He has. James Tavernier scoring 1,000,000 plus penalties. That is a disgrace to our club. Yeah, I've already read that one. Smell the fear, smell the money. What money? I don't think Clement wants Shankland. He probably doesn't. But no, some people say, oh, but we need to back the manager and we need to give, Clement needs to pick his own. Lawrence Shankland would score buckets of goals, regardless of what fucking system or what manager we've got at the club. And for that reason, the board need to go to Clement. You know what? We need to sign Lawrence Shankland. Because whatever when you in January, right? I don't know. I don't know how much I say Clement's had in transfers. It didn't really look like he had much I say in Fabio Silva. But look at Fabio Silva. Why would you waste a couple of million loaning in Fabio Silva when you could put that million towards Lawrence Shankland, get him for like 3, 4, 5 years, and he's going to be scoring like 25 goals a season? People are talking about, oh, how do you replace Tavernier's goals? You'd be replacing him with Lawrence Shankland. Piss easy. And then somebody'd be getting more than Tav. Millions of stats and penalties that has got us 3 trophies. Frickin' pathetic. Yeah, you're saying Shanklin's overrated and he would struggle in the championship. Last time I checked, Mr. Freeland, this isn't the championship. You know, Shanklin's scoring goals in the league that matters. And if he went to Rangers or Celtic, he would score even more goals. So it doesn't matter what he would do in the championship. Doesn't matter what he would do in the Premier League. Doesn't matter what he'd do for Man City, because the matter is he's going to be in this league. I just don't feel the club look like we want to buy from the domestic market. Yeah, but they need to buy from the domestic market because A, that they know how to do it in our league. They get the league, and also you need to fulfill the quota for Europe, which seems to be the no one wants a part of anymore. Which needs to be done because you've lost Jack Mclaughlin, probably will lose a few more potentially. You need to bring Scottish players in and homegrown talent for the Europe. So it's not a case of but we need to. Shanklin will go to a championship team, I guarantee it. I hope he doesn't. No, I hope he doesn't. Same as Butland. Butland's staying here. Jack Butland is staying here. Right, we've got less than 4 minutes to go. It doesn't matter. Come on, JJ. Do you know all about the Rangers' financials? The skint patter's getting a wee bit. What's the word? Pish. It angers me that we're not buying players from the domestic market. I'm extremely. Yep, same. It's on the doorstep. Cheap enough as well, and just not fucking interested. Would rather sign fucking shite players for the championship like League One, and players that play for a Premier League club but haven't kicked a fucking ball for a Premier League club. It's pathetic. But that's just the way it is, though. But I don't know why. It's fucking pathetic from Rangers. I don't know how they can't look at the likes of Ferguson, McGinn, and other players that have left, over the years and be like, if we, anyone that's actually doing something in our league, why don't we sign them and not regret it? Because what the thing is, right? You see, if Rangers sign Shanklin, I know people say there's no resale value, right? If Rangers sign Shanklin for like 3-4 million, right, and he has like 2 great seasons, and that takes him to his 31, and you wanted to sell him. The fact he's at Rangers and the fact he's just put 2 great seasons back to back with a lot of goals, he would still go for a bit of money even at 31. It wouldn't be for absolute peanuts. So this logic that there's not enough sell-on value, and also what about Rangers? We've let half a fucking team that won 55 walk out the door for free this season and last season. So this whole sell-on value pitch doesn't work when you're already letting players go for free. You know what I mean? Don't understand it. And as you say, Shanklin pays you back winning the league. Jack going to Euros when he hasn't kicked the ball in domestic football, so can't be match fit. Someone answer that. I've no idea why Jack's going to the Euros. Didn't agree with it at the time. And what I would say also with Jack, apparently because he's released for his contract, he can't play at the Euros. I don't know if there's a rule if you're out of contract, you can't play at the Euro, which I think would be a stupid fucking rule. Don't understand it. And Football Scotland posting John Lundstram's goal against Leipzig on Twitter, trying to get a cheap pop for Big John. No pop for Big John. John shat the bed. I want to see Hadji back, definitely. Right, we've got less than a minute to go here, so get your final comments in. Ask yourself how many English clubs are in for Shankland. I don't know how many English clubs are in for Shankland. Jack who at the Euros? Well, it's not Butland, and his name might be Ryan, so it must be Ryan Jack. And it must be Ryan fricking Jack. Yep, Ryan Jack. Try praying. Yep, get down on my hands and knees and start fucking praying that Rangers start signing Whip. I mean, Shankland would cost peanuts, man. See what Shankland would bring to this team. See if he went to another league, you'd be looking at so much more money. He's in the final year of his contract. It makes no fucking sense not to sign him. It's baffling. Who cares about English clubs? He's not playing in England. Exactly. He should be playing for us, but he's not playing for us Anyway, that's where we're going to leave this live stream. Rangers release those 5 players. I think we can all agree with that. Yanis Hadji, I think most of us. Let's just see how that poll ended. No, we shouldn't. We shouldn't sell him. It was a rhetorical question. Fair enough. He is loving it, isn't he? Okay, say you get Shankland. He's shite. He is shite Rooney about him. Shankland. If I knew going into next season that Rangers have signed Shankland, man, that is massive. But I have to see. Peace. 55 as well. Aye. I'd rather 56, which it should be if the percentages add up. We have more than enough working capital because the American investment for joining us, no way it was all spent in January. We'll have to wait and see. Of course, so obligations to buy and all that good stuff. But anyway, that's it. Players have released. We agree with them all. Be back soon. Till then, peace.